Yet again, a Frenchman is holding England's most successful football club at ransom. Paul Pogba, back in the news for all the wrong reasons, rubbing Manchester United fans the wrong way. Welcome to Web Sports. Thank you so much for subscribing. If you haven't, please watch, enjoy the video, share the video, but also subscribe. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel where we get to talk about sport. Now today, my question is, many fans of Man United are praying that the club does sell Paul Pogba. I wonder whether you do share the same sentiment. Do you think Paul Pogba is expendable now that Manchester United has Bruno Fernandes and some of the other players that he found at the club almost beginning to tick in the right boxes? For starters, let's admit that what Paul Pogba did was not good, because he posted a video of himself training in a Juventus jersey with a teammate Victor Lindelof. That was when they were, of course, in isolation. Remember, he should have returned to training with the first team. That is earlier this week, only for their training to be suspended after the advice of authorities in England. But United were supposed to be training on Tuesday. But Paul Pogba, chose to train with the teammate Lindelof, putting on a Juventus jersey to spark talk that he actually is sending a signal to the club that he wants to rejoin the club he left, that is in the Italian Serie A. Now, United fans are surely not happy, like they have been for the most part, of his injury. They are saying even if he doesn't return, after all, Fred, Scott McTominay, Nemanja Matic, and now Bruno Fernandes are looking good, playing well. United is unbeaten in 11 games. Maybe you have a point, but one thing you're forgetting is that one of the reasons why Paul Pogba has one of the most selling images in world football after Cristiano Ronaldo and a few other players, Neymar and what have you, is because of such things he does on and off the pitch. Paul Pogba just knows how to make the money off the pitch. He knows how to sell himself, and you should be crediting him and his stunts. Whoever thinks for him to pull these stunts, he just knows what the player needs to do to keep relevant and keep his image selling. That is why you people sell, or rather buy his merchandise a lot, because of what he does off the pitch. So you people are playing to his script, and to him he's saying, well, if they are furious with me, they're actually reading about me, so they'll keep eager to know what is going on with me, and then that way I'll keep selling. So even my value in the market will keep staying high. Another thing is, even if it were not a stunt, let's face it, Paul Pogba is a top player at a time when there are not so many top players of his quality in the world. Paul Pogba was holding Manchester United down, him and David De Gea, at a time when all other outfield players were actually looking like a bunch of nobodies. United was struggling in all facets of the game, in the business, not playing European football, but even on the pitch. Paul Pogba was one of the few players who were struggling to ensure that United were winning the few games they were winning before things started to tick for them. With all the other managers they had, Jose Mourinho and what have you, Paul Pogba was trying to work hard to ensure that the team plays well. This is why I think United do need Paul Pogba. Pogba is a top player, and United need every top player they can keep. If you've got Bruno Fernandes now, you need more good top quality players around him for you to start getting results consistently and return to the level that you feel United should be. That is one. But secondly, with this coronavirus pandemic, you can't afford to lose your top player right now. There is no assurance of when the season will return, whether even there will be, Man United will have money to buy a top player of a replacement in the next window, because just last week it was reported that United, actually earlier on this week, it was reported that United had lost about £1 billion because of the coronavirus pandemic. It can only get higher with the recent blockade on football. So if you have a top player like Paul Pogba, you want to keep him around. You can't risk losing him, because no club has the money, the finances, with the UEFA financial fair play rules. No club has the money to buy a player who will be valued at around £80 million plus. And more so, where will United get the replacement? Van der Beek, recently confirmed, will be joining Real Madrid in the next summer. Who else is there for Manchester United to buy? You just need to be adding on players now to Bruno Fernandes, not letting go of them. And again, this headache that Paul Pogba is sort of posing on the coach, I think it is a good headache. It's a test to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's management ability. If you're a top manager, say like Sir Alex Ferguson, you should be able to manage players. Top quality players usually have a couple of weaknesses in terms of how they behave, and as a manager it is your job to deal with them. So you don't deal with a headache from a top player you need at your club by letting go of them if you need them. So for me, I think this is a test to Manchester United's manager Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's management abilities, his credentials, and how he deals with Paul Pogba will have a huge bearing on how long he will stay at Manchester United, but also how good a manager he will be rated. You're entitled to your opinion too. You can slide into the comments section. Give us your opinion. Do you think Man United can afford to lose Paul Pogba right now? And tell your colleagues, your friends, frenemies, in-laws and outlaws to subscribe to this YouTube channel, Web Sports, for more sports talk.